Hello, basketball fans. Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, two teams start fresh for their first game of the season, both squads believing this will be a great year. Tonight, it'll be the Atlanta Hawks going up against the Heat in Miami. For the Heat, they are hungry for a win here. Last season, they got swept by this team. 4 straight losses, something they haven't forgotten. And of course, Freak playing here tonight. You've probably heard his story by now. Lost a friend of a long time in the off-season. Very tough to deal with, obviously. How hard is it going to be for him to get his focus back, Shane?
It's going to be tough, Ernie. He lost someone that he knew for a long time, and it's going to weigh on him. This will be one of his most trying seasons of his career.
Man, I feel for Freak, man. It's not going to be easy. I mean, but it's an opportunity to grow. You know, a lot of guys, Ernie, you put in this position, you know, you just kind of let the court be your refuge, man. Like, this guy is a strong kid. Strong kid.
So well said, Kevin. That does it for us. Kevin Harlan standing by.
Every dime is a flake. I'm signed to the plate. I'm crossing the
Well, we can finally say it. The NBA regular season is about to get underway. And here at 2K Sports, we couldn't be happier. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by my colleagues Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. We'll see the Miami Heat defending home turf in the Eastern Conference. And this matchup with the Hawks is their first game of the NBA's regular season. They swept this team in 4 games in the conference semis last year, both sides.
But that miss will keep it all tied up.
Stoudemire, the pass to Adams. Nailed from three-point land. Adams has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Well, a bit of a tragic note for Freak. He'll be playing this season after the loss of a longtime friend over the summer break.
Yeah, that's hard to hear, and certainly going to be difficult for him to work through that. Going to be on his mind all year. Never easy to go on about business as usual when you have that kind of heartache and loss.
Drive by Adams. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
I'll tell you.
Drive by Adams. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And now we have a chance to check out Freak here. Last season, he played outstanding. First in scoring, first in three-point shooting, and he ranks 2nd in the league in field goal percentage, able to finish with force and even a little finesse at times.
Yeah, and that's what made him #1 last year. You can't stop him, and you really can't contain him.
Shooting two.
First one falls for him.
All right. Stay on him.
And that got with the screen on Barbosa. And it's right, missing. Miami's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Here's Adams. And again, Miami with the triple. Can't get it to go.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
I don't think they can ask much more of him than what he's done this quarter.
So it's Atlanta.
4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
It's stolen by Adams. Now here's Winslow. He's guarded closely. Adams outside. And again, Miami with the triple.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand, and the follows show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with the soft touch to match. And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set. Some really terrific numbers for Freak. He's already got 17 points, and he sprayed home 3 3-pointers as well.
This is really production personified from long range. To be in for a long wait.
Drive by Adams, and he goes in for the dunk.
It's like raining buckets right now. I wonder if this is the early stages of a blowout.
Well, we've got to be careful. Don't want to get ahead of ourselves.
To a close. It's the Heat. They finish off the first quarter with a massive 16-7 run. Back after this from the American Airlines Arena. We sat down with Freak to discuss how he's handling the loss of his close friend.
You know, Vic was my brother. Blood couldn't have made us any closer. And everything feels like it just happened yesterday. So I'm just trying to take things one day at a time, you know. I'm very grateful for my family, my teammates and coaches for supporting me during this difficult season. I miss Vic, but I'll press on. Yeah.
Our thoughts and prayers go out to Freak Clark and his family.
Without question, I mean, it's a really difficult road to navigate, the loss of a loved one or a close friend. And sometimes, even though it's difficult, with that kind of weight on your heart, the focus you have to give to the game can sometimes be a source of solitude, because you really can't be thinking about anything else when you get between those lines. And sometimes that can be helpful in the process of moving forward.
Well said. Your perspective is always appreciated.
Appreciate that, Kevin.
And for Miami, looking who they've got out there. The big men are Bosch and Whiteside. D-Wade out there with Adam.
The paint.
We got to be more physical on defense. They are getting to the middle of the floor way too easy. Get into them on the perimeter. Posts. Rotate over and make your presence felt. Quit being so soft.
For the moment, let's show you the list of players who put up the most points last year. Freak, number 1.
Well, anytime you can be the player that leads the league in scoring, or you're the top scorer, that's a huge accomplishment and something to be proud of.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the free throw is good, now leading by 1.
You know, it's been a bad day for them at the line today as a whole, and far too often, that's the case for this team.
And so Adams nails both of them. Down low, here's Stoudemire, and he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
And got
the shot clock and gameplay. Three-pointer. That is good. Adams has got 9 points in the quarter.
How about the rain?
All right, listen up, everybody. The second half doesn't have to be as close as the first if we pay attention to a couple of things. I'm not going to single out any one guy because we've gotten contributions from all over the place. I can't say enough about the work you fellas did coming off the bench especially. There was nice rhythm to our transition game. We got some important points on the break. I think we keep the tempo brisk in the second half. And just to talk about what we want for the pace of the game, I'd say nice and steady suits us just fine. It doesn't have to be a track meet. Coming in, we knew this team wasn't going to roll over for us. If we're going to put them away, we got to execute. Let's bear down and finish what we started.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last. And then for Atlanta, Splitters checked in for Horford. Scott comes in for Paul Millsap. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed.
Also gotten quite a few blocks as well.
Drive by Adams, and he dunks it down.
And how about a little bit bit of showmanship there as he increases the lead.
Oh, I like that. That's got to be, though, a tough pill for the defense to swallow.
Well, he's a guy that you know can hurt you with his passing, and right there, he does some damage with his finishing, too.
And drive by Adams, and the shot is good. Adams has got 32 points in the game.
Will set off this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Rips down the breakaway slam.
Offense heating up, and anytime you shoot it,
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
Miami needs to get a shot off. 17-foot shot on the way. Adams' shot is good.
the ball with just 1 make and 9 attempts.
Adams' shot is good.
And he's caught fire.
And a wide open look for Freak. And he's good on the 3-ball. Adams has got 41.
The defense has no...
Leading by 20. The big men are Bosch and Whiteside. Adams is out there with Dragic. And it's Winslow in at the small forward. That's the group in... Outside Teague, and it's blocked by Adams, but he recovers it, and it's going to be a 24.
One you shouldn't miss.
Dragic with a wide open look, and the Heat, another 3 after the good screen.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively. And it's all one-way traffic tonight, boy. They have been lights out offensively.
Whiteside's got 14 rebounds tonight, going after that shot wide open. 47 points for Freak.
It's just hard to believe that someone...
Fans plenty to scream and holler about. This place was rocking. It was on fire. It only got louder as that lead got bigger.
And that about does it for the first game of the new NBA season. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. And we'll see you next time. But first, the post-game show with Ernie Johnson just a few aisles above us.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaq and the Jet as we present our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak. Just a monster first quarter of the game. He came out hot and just never cooled down. That boost he gave his team early on, a huge factor.
Seeing Freak dominate the way he did tonight reminded me of watching him play in high school. He was a man among boys. He was a 4-time consensus All-American back then. Overall, great game.
He was dazzling tonight, guys. Even his opponents were looking at him going, wow, you're tearing us up tonight.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight, but we're just getting...
You feel like you've been taking too many shots from long range?
Man, look, you act like I didn't make any. I hit plenty of them. So I don't see what the issue is. And if I'm knocking them down, then I'm going to keep firing them up. I mean, why wouldn't I? It's all about them buckets. Y'all know that.
When you score like you did tonight, do you feel like you could go 1-on-5 and still get yours?
Forget that 1-on-5 nonsense. Night like tonight, I could go 1-on-8, 1-on-10. When I'm playing like this, I don't feel like there's anybody that can stop me, except myself. So I just got to be sure not to do that. That'd be a good matchup, though, me against myself.
You went through a lot last year as you got acclimated to being in the NBA. And then you went through a tough time in the offseason with the death of your childhood friend, Victor. Can you explain your mindset to us as you try to move forward this season?
Look, last year went by in a flash, so I ain't even thinking about it no more. It's about what I can do now with this team right here. Vic's gone, and sometimes I still can't believe it. But he's in a better place. And that has nothing to do with my play this season. None. So from now on, let's not bring up my past and let's keep these things in basketball only, all right? I'm ready to take the next step this season, and that's all you need to know. Thank you.
2K Sports pregame show.
Ernie Johnson joined by Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Thanks for tuning in. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. Moments away, it'll be the Indiana Pacers going up against the Miami Heat. Looking at Miami, they got their season rolling with a nice win in their first game. Now we'll find out if they can build on it and open with back-to-back victories. It's rare to see a point guard lead the NBA in scoring, but that's exactly what Freak is doing right now. Not only that, but he's still making sure to get everybody involved. How great has this been for this kid?
I mean, only MVP candidates. can lead the league in scoring at the point guard position. I mean, it's critical to his team's success. Most guys would say, well, he's shooting too much. But no, his teammates say he's not shooting enough. The only time he's not supposed to shoot the basketball, Ernie, is when he doesn't have it.
If he holds on to the scoring title and keeps running the offense like this, he'll have a claim as the best point guard in the game today. Heard it here first.
And the only time he's not shooting, Kenny, is when he doesn't have it.
No question.
Oh, I see
that one.
I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in. See you later, folks.
What if he's mentally shooting?
One of the most important monuments in the nation, the War Memorial. On the road, looking for a win against an Eastern Conference rival, the Miami Heat are ready to get this thing started. 2K Sports brings you Friday night NBA action. I'm Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke reporting from the sidelines. The injury to Luol Deng, that's the story here. He is out.
Well, Kevin, no more uncertainty about the seriousness of his injury. We only got a preliminary diagnosis.
It's Adams in for Goran Dragic. Takes the three, and Freak gets it to go on the assist by Wade.
He might not have the long, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Miami's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. High post shot. Adams' shot is good. Adams has got 5.
The ball inside, it also allows you to control the team's transition.
With this stoppage in play, we have a chance now to show you which teams led the league in three-point percentage last year. The Pacers in 5th.
You know, a solid three-point game can be the cornerstone of an effective offense. I mean, it adds a little pop and punch to what a team is doing offensively. And last year, this team was not made up of just good three-point shooters. They had great three-point shooters.
In a big way, an entertaining style with a bevy of offensive weaponry.
The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way. And that sends Freak to the free throw line. That one on George. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Pacers.
We got a storyline here. If it goes on for the rest of the game, it could be all those points they're getting.
Barbosa with the rebound. Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
I was able to speak with Frank Vogel for a minute. We talked about their defensive game plan, and he said, for Dwayne Wade, you've got to make him a jump shooter.
And it was. No slowing him down, just some incredible numbers for Hill. He already has 13 points, and free throws have been big for him today, with 6 points from the line.
And it's important, and you can tell that he understands.
It's hauled in by the Heat. They are coming off that win against Atlanta.
And in that game, guys, I mean, the beneficiary of what was some very lackluster defense. Basically, he whiffs on that one.
Great offensive performance they're putting on.
You see the benefit of knocking down baskets.
And I'm sure they feel that stop.
And it's blocked by Adams. Mahinmi's shot is good. No shortage of offense. It's the Pacers up 4. That kid he once was. I know you played the same way. Chris Bosh is living the dream like you did and loving it.
That's a great point, Kevin. And I think most of the guys in the league feel that same way. I mean, they may not be able to say it.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Pacers?
And it's really about anybody's game.
Tipped away. It's stolen by Adams.
You got it. Let's get the ball inside.
Drops in the breakaway layup. Adams has got 4 points now in the quarter.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Pacers trail by 3. Hill with it. 17 points for him last game against Dallas.
And he also was a table setter in that game, Kevin. Just an amazing job with his passing. Just a joy to watch that.
Let's get the ball inside.
And it's Winslow that time on the assist by Freak.
He's a difference maker off the bench. Steps into that front court and more than holds his own.
You know, his willingness to bang down low, move opponents off the block, but just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Adams' shot is good.
Well, the defense not doing a good job.
Expanding his range. It's hauled in by Adams. The Heat leading by 6. He lobs it up. A flawless finish on the alley-oop.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
Lead by 9. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
All right, men, we've done a good job in the first half of taking the momentum and being assertive with our style of play.
Our movement off the ball has been fantastic. All you need to do is look at our field goal percentage to see that. You can't shoot the ball as well as we have without good movement, and it has been very good. On the fast break is where we showed the most signs of life. When we pushed it, we were able to catch them on their heels a few times. And let me touch on tempo for a second. We're not out to use the whole shot clock, but I would like to see us get set up offensively. That's it for now, guys. Let's go get that W.
The second half just about to get going here.
Talk about great numbers for Freak. He's got 26 points, and from downtown, he's buried 3 3-pointers.
Well, when he squared himself up and gotten good looks, he's knocked them down. It's what's given them control of this game.
The 3 from Bosch. Good. Bosch has got 2 now from beyond.
For him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But you're right. I mean, there are just so many uncertainties when it comes to dealing with injuries, though. Let's hope for the best. Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
Because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up.
From the top of the key, Stuckey with another miss.
Just a solid performance on the interior. Power and polish.
And a wide open look for Freak. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade.
He is setting this place
in while they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far. They knew exactly what they wanted to do right there, Greg, and the timing was right on time.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Heat out front, leading by 17. We've got more in store for you right after this. And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. On the court for Indiana, C.J. Miles and Paul George are the wingmen. Hill is out there with Lavoy Allen. And it's Stuckey in at the 1 spot. And George gets it to go.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
What a drive there. It didn't bother him at all. Cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that'll do it, folks. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for tuning in. Now time to head over to the studio where the award-winning Ernie Johnson is with Shaq and Kenny, all standing by, guys.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaq and the Jet as we present our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak. Just a monster first quarter of the game. He came out hot and just never cooled down. That boost he gave his team early on, a huge factor. What are your thoughts, Shaq, on his game tonight?
He came off the bench and torched him tonight. That's my torch sound, Ernie. I know it don't sound like a torch, but I know you feel the heat. I don't think the plan was for him to play as big as he did tonight. But once this kid hit the floor, it didn't take long for him to take over.
You know, Freak was a 4.0 honor student growing up. And tonight, that high IQ is one of the things we saw on display with that sensational performance. Combine his smarts with the fact that he lives and breathes basketball, there's no doubt that he's one of the most intelligent players we have in this league.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports.
2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight's broadcast will feature the Miami Heat as they go up against the New Orleans Pelicans. And for New Orleans, after splitting their first 2 games of the season, tonight's game gives them a chance to get their record over the 500 mark and maybe get a little momentum on their side. And guys, we'll get to see Freak play in this one. He was one of the bigger names in college, jumped to the NBA after 1 year. Shaq, you left early as well. How hard of a decision was it to leave school?
Well, it's never an easy decision. Each person has different reasons why they want to leave, financial responsibility, just getting tired. In my case, the Hack of Shaq was created. I was getting beat up too much, and I heard my main man, Dick Vitale, say if Shaq leaves, he'll be the #1 pick. So I didn't want to go back, get hurt, and possibly drop.
Yeah, because you could have been #2 if you stayed a year, I'll tell you. But, you know, this guy, Freak, because if you would have played in that era with Freak, I don't know, Shaq. This guy, you know, he left school early, but he is something unique, different. But I thought bringing his skills to the NBA was big because that helps refine your game a little bit. He's ready. This guy was ready, Shaq.
I have an announcement. You know why he plays so well?
Why?
I'm his father.
Dun, 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 dun.
Love you, son. Congratulations.
That's one of the warmest and fuzziest stories I've heard all season long.
Way to keep up with him his whole life.
I've been working.
Let's go to Kevin Harlan. They're ready for the tip. I've been working.
Alarms go off when I enter the building.
Rick, what's up?
What's up, man? Good to see you.
How's the family? Cece good?
Yeah, she's good. They're all good. Nice knowing you have family to have your back all the time.
For sure. Got to keep that support system in place. Makes a big difference over a long season. Good luck tonight, man.
Thanks, man. Hey, you know we're taking this one, right?
Not a chance, Freak.
Nothing goes together like the Heat and Miami as we get ready for an interconference contest here at the American Airlines Arena. The Pelicans coming to town, hoping to notch one here in this one-game road trip. And they're still waiting for the return of Luol Deng to the lineup.
Kevin, injuries are part of the game. I mean, every team goes through it, and you just have to find a way to make do in that situation.
Yeah, they're going to have to come up with...
Checked in for Cunningham, and Gordon subbed in for Tyreke Evans. So the Pelican 5 right now. Holiday at the 1 with Gordon at the...
It's the height mismatch. He immediately pulled up for the jumper.
And, Greg, that's just good basketball. Come on, good basketball there. Clean look from that range. He's got it.
Here's Adams, and foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. That one's on Eric Gordon.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. I mean, he had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
For Miami, they have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line. First one falls for him. Both shots good from the stripe.
A lot of defense getting into the heads of the opposing players, Greg, but that night, they
just do Adams. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. Now, we all know that Freak changed sides recently, but it's a challenge he's up to and wanted. It can be intimidating, you know, Clark, to join a new team, but I think he's okay with it.
Yeah, I think so, too. I mean, he knows there are going to be some rough spots and a bit of a learning curve.
All right, now, gentlemen,
but eventually things smooth out, and Freak knows how to fit in with the team, and this roster definitely looks stronger with him on it.
First free throw is good.
It's been a solid outing for Freak.
All right.
He already has 8 points, and he's put 1 3-pointer on the board.
You know what, though, Clark? It wouldn't be a bad idea going forward to try to let him do a little more damage from beyond the arc.
And so Adams, a closer look here at the hustle stats for New Orleans.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers.
7 points for Eric Gordon. The Heat trail by 3. Here's Stokes, and he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
It's almost as if both teams.
And Anderson has it in the corner. It's hauled in by Adams.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
That's his second personal foul. 3 trips to the line so far for him in this one. First free throw is good.
Come on, let's lock it up, fellas. Lock it up.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. And here's Freak on the importance of preparing for games.
Did his work from a pair of lines, hitting from both beyond the arc and from the charity stripe. Truly impressive.
Against the Pacers in Indianapolis. And count it, 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job.
He's made all 6 of his tries at the line so far.
And he has been really entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points.
Executed play. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go back to it.
Adams' shot is good.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Evan by McRoberts.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter. Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Adams against Holiday. Kicks it to Zeller. Shot from 12. It's hauled in by the Heat, getting their first look of the season at this Pelicans team.
Yeah, and a bit of a revenge game for them as they were swept in the 2-game season series from last year.
And, you know, they might not be in the same conference, Greg, but as with any top team, they want to show they can compete with the best teams out of conference, too.
Tweed gets the bucket.
I mean, he was great in his last game.
18 points for him. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. That one is on Holiday. The Heat have made their free throws at a pretty good clip. They've hit 8 of 10.
And their free throw percentage as a unit last year, 76%, right around the middle of the road.
And so Adams nails both of them.
He's having a great
here in what's been a good one. Heat lead by 1. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the 3rd quarter after our halftime.
Hey guys, some keys to talk about from what I've seen so far. This is a tight ball game, but remember, this is our house. Everybody was really mentally prepared tonight. That shows in the scoring we got off the bench. We didn't miss a beat no matter what lineup we had in there. We're going to keep a deep rotation in the second half, so everybody stay ready. But we have done a great job creating free throw chances, driving the lane, attacking the basket. That has been a high point for us. The pace of the game, just to bring that up real quick, isn't a huge concern because I think we're suited to play at any speed. But somewhere in the middle of the tempo spectrum would probably be ideal. All right, guys, let's get out there and play a good second half.
Being on some chill.
And welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. More action in store as the players get ready to go, having a nice break to get hydrated with Gatorade. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
I tell you what, it's a pleasure to watch him when he's at the helm because of that first half, offensively, he was in a zone.
It sure is a treat to watch him, guys. I mean, everything's been running through him, and he's doing a fantastic job keeping the offense clicking on all cylinders.
Chance there to take the lead, missing. Drive by Adams. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
That's his second personal foul.
He's been getting to the line. Now his 6th trip in the game. And that drops, so they now lead by 1. And so Adams nails both of them.
And if they
here in the second half, drive by Adams. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
And he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
You know, 9 times out of 10, he's going to knock that one down. He'll spray that one on you.
And Dragic gets it to go on the assist by Freak. Adams has got 5 assists.
Adams, he's coming off an excellent season. First in scoring, first in three-point field goal percentage, and he ranks 2nd in the league in field goal percentage, able to finish with force and even a little finesse at times.
Yeah, and that's what made him #1 last year. You can't stop him, and you really can't contain him.
Here's Stokes. 8 points for him. And he sinks it from deep. 3-pointer. 15 shots outside the arc. 6 of 15. Adams' shot is good.
They haven't been as aggressive from outside as they were.
And the Heat going the other way now. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand.
No doubt that is within his...
The lineups brought to us by Gatorade, all fueled up here for the 4th quarter. And for Miami, look at who they've got out there. The big men are Bosch and Whiteside. Adams is out there with Dragic. And it's Wade in at the small forward position. And he knocks down the first one. And so Adams nails both of them.
You need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over. That was a smart pass, you would like, but they're still in a pretty comfortable position.
And slammed in by Whiteside.
The one-hand slam is so sweet when points, and he's stolen the ball 4 times. This game is all about him right now.
Full domination mode, guys.
To get around it, you've got to be able to get baskets here in a short period of time.
Gets the 3 to fall.
Clutch.
Team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother him. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
Well said. And that'll wrap it up, folks. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching. And time now to head over to